How you doing? I'm Mark Tremonti from Ultra Bridge, and you're tuned into PITCAM TV.
Hi, I'm Vogel for PITCAM TV, and this is Mark Tremonti from Ultra Bridge.
How are you?
So, what is the new album going to be about? Walk the Sky.
It's about many different things, but if there was any kind of theme that happens in more than one song, it's probably this mindfulness, this almost Zen-like peacefulness that we all search for, that we discuss a little bit.
Okay, so you had a special kind of writing for this album. I mean, it's the 6th album already, and I heard that the songs were already there. You have written it with Elvis, your producer. The songs are already kind of old, but you did some new things into it. How did you do the writing?
Well, me and Miles wrote our own songs, on our own, and then we put them into Dropbox so the band could hear it. And usually me and Miles get together and we piece our ideas together, we write together. But this time we wrote apart and then came together with the rest of the band and let everybody put their 2 cents into it. So we came in the studio with much more well-rounded, polished, finished ideas, which is different than what we usually do.
How do you do the writing of the lyrics? Because I mean, you and Brian and Scott, you are kind of like spiritual, and Miles is more the not so spiritual person. So
no, I mean, I think we're all spiritual in our own different ways. I don't believe in organized religion, and I don't take strictly to what the Bible says or anything. I'm no more, of
a normal believer.
I'm just, I don't go to church, but I have my own beliefs. But no, when I write lyrics, it has nothing really to do with that. It's just, I wrote a song about drug use. I wrote a song about my friend passing away. I wrote, just random things.
I had the chance to hear the album yesterday. I really like it, I have to say.
Thank you very much.
It's really good. And I heard some 80s influences in it in some songs. Like what was the song? It was Godspeed.
Godspeed, yeah.
Really like it, really
Thank
good. How did that come? Because you never did some 80s influence with CTV. So
yeah, I was listening to the radio on satellite radio, and a song came on called Tech Noir by Gunship that I love the tune, and it just took me. I was like, you know what? I love that sound. We're always looking for new things to add to what we do, to not change our sound, but just to experiment. So I called Miles. I sent him that song. I said, this is my favorite song for in a long time. What do you think about adding this kind of thing into what we do? This retro synth wave. I'm not a big fan of new polished synth stuff in rock and roll, but I like the old creepy stuff. So we, the old school first synth wave kind of tones. So we brought that to this record. We put Pay No Mind is another one. That's kind of in the forefront, but it's just one more element that we try to every record do something a little different. So
what is your favorite track of the album?
Godspeed's my favorite.
Oh, we have the same one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect.
So I guess you're also looking forward to play that live.
Yes,
the most.
For sure. Well, I mean, some of the heavier, more aggressive ones are fun live, but once people get the record and that song becomes important to people and they're singing it back to us, that's when it's going to be one of the most fun.
And you're singing again.
Yeah.
On one song. It's Falling.
Forever Falling.
Forever Falling, yeah. So how do you do it that you say, okay, we have so many songs, these songs are going on the album and Mark is going to sing that one. How do you decide that?
Some people online were like, is Mark going to sing another song? We liked it when he sang in Fortress, and he didn't on Last Hero. People talking. And so I'm always down for singing. I love to sing. Even when I'm not on stage, I sing karaoke for fun.
You're a good singer, though.
Well,
I saw you with your solo karaoke.
Thank you. I love to sing. The pressure's not on me as a singer because I'm thought of mostly as a guitar player, but I love to sing because I write vocal melodies. That's just my favorite thing to do. So when we were putting the songs together, Miles was like, hey, why don't you sing a song? How about Forever Falling, or I forget what the other one was going to be, Tear Us Apart or something like that. So I said Forever Falling. It's one of my favorites. So we had to take the song and pitch it down a whole step because I can't sing. You know, I wrote the melodies, but I write the melodies in my voice so I can hit the Miles notes. So I tuned it down, and when I went to sing it, even tuned down, the melody I'd written for the chorus went up too high for my voice. So Miles sings the chorus and I sing the rest. I like it that way. It's a marriage of our voices.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And even on the other songs, I think your voice is even coming more out than on the other albums.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Like Godspeed, it's up in the mix. You know, a lot of the songs are kind of more of a duet on a couple of them than we have done in the past. So, like I said, I love singing, and I like to. I think it adds a fullness to the band, especially when you have a voice like Miles and a voice like mine, where we have such different sounding voices. Miles sings like an angel, and I sing like a caveman. So it works. That's right.
How do you do it to practice, even to go on tour? I mean, Miles is from Washington, from the West Coast, and you're all living in Florida.
We will all, everybody will travel to Orlando, and we'll have a rehearsal space set up for like a week.
Just
practice.
1 week for a whole tour?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've already practiced most of the album, so when we get in the room, we'll know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of making it. The rehearsals are mostly for getting the sound, the in-ear monitors set up for everybody, and getting the text familiar to the different tunings and the way the set's going to lay out in the production, all that stuff. As far as us playing it, we can practice that on our own.
Would you say it's the most heaviest album Alter ever did?
No, I don't know if it's the heaviest. I think Fortress and AB3 are just as heavy. So yeah, but a few people today have said it's heavy, and it's funny because some people are like, this is more of an uplifting record. It's not as dark as what you've done in the past. And then we did an interview where said, this is probably your darkest record. Really? Like, it depends on where you gravitate in the record. Wherever you're drawn to. If Indoctrination's your favorite song, it's a dark record. If Tear Us Apart or Godspeed is, it sounds more positive.
I'm a melancholic person, and you helped me through a lot of bad times, I have to say.
Oh, thank you.
But Tear Us Apart, I think it's a very positive vibration when you hear it.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to the lyrics very well because I just had 2 hours to listen to the album.
Yes.
Yeah, but I really like it.
Thank you very much.
I think it's my second favorite song on the album. Yeah.
Nice. So you like the more melodic, feel-good stuff.
Yeah, the feel-good stuff with some melancholy, like a roller coaster, I would say.
Yeah.
That's what I like the most. So, would you say that the influence of your solo career, which is like heavier than Alter Bridge, and the influence of Miles being with Slash on tour, changed the kind of music you do now?
It in a roundabout way, subliminal way, I'm sure it does. It's doing that's made me a stronger or more confident lyricist and singer and composer. It makes you when you take on the entire responsibility of something for so many records, it makes you like, I can do this. When you're sometimes when you're in a band for years, you fall into a role and you only play that role. Once you take on all those roles on your solo project, you're more confident in tackling anything that's thrown at you.
So is Miles, for example, giving you some singing lessons sometimes?
No, he's he sings very different than me. He sings very quiet, he's very methodical about the way he sings. I sing very, very loud. If I have to hit a high note, I have to sing it. I probably don't sing correct, but I've never canceled a show because of my voice going out, and hopefully I never do. But I just kind of sing. Miles takes it much, for him, it's much more important to him because this has been his thing for so long now. It's important to me, but I only do it, every other record. He's doing it nonstop. So I just sing. I don't
You practice in doing karaoke.
Yes. I just sing. I don't like look at specific techniques as much as I should, maybe, as I do on guitar.
So, what is the thing you love most when you bring a new album out?
I love to see fan reactions. You know, I like to see you've worked so hard on something. It's a magical thing for a musician or an artist in any way to take something intangible, put it into a song form, and see how it affects people. You know, a lot of people, it's really important to people. Music is very important, and people have approached us and said some really heavy things. You know, how much how they've named their kids after us, or their dogs after a song, or their kids, or tattooed lyrics on their chest, or you know, some people said they've had, you know, suicidal thoughts, and they listen to the record, and now they feel like they can get through those times, and
like some kind of therapy.
It's therapy, yeah. And so it's beyond therapy. Music is magic, you know.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, listening to my heroes and all their songs, their music was the most important thing at the time to me. So we know it has it's a powerful thing. So I love to see, after you spend all the time on your art, putting out there, to see how it affects people.
And what is the best thing for you going on tour?
Playing on stage, you know, that, and having time to sit and play guitar. You know, because I hate being away from my family. So when I'm away from my family, I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get everything I can along the way.
You're going to have some really known bands with you as a support act, like Shinedown and Seven Dust. How did that go?
You know, we did a tour previously with Shinedown that went very well. Seven Dust guys we've toured with more than anybody in the world in the past, over the years. It's just a great bill, you know, that everybody from the bands to the managers, the agents, all thought it would be a great package, and we agreed immediately. So we're excited. I hope you know, people are going to come and see a night full of good rock.
I have to say, I'm a little sad that Seven Dust is not going to come to Berlin, because I really want to see them
just
for 20
UK.
years now. And,
just take the ferry over.
Yeah. So, do you think you created some kind of anthem like Blackbird on the new album?
You never know. I mean, some of these songs could. I'm putting my hope in Godspeed as being the song that really steps out and gets some attention on this album. That's my favorite tune. So, you know, Alter Bridge has never really had a big hit song, you know, ever. Our songs have kind of been under the radar. We've had #1 radio songs, but never something that everybody knows. So it'd be great to have.
But you're not really on the new album. Not one song is like, what is it? The airplay time is always over the 3:30, so you didn't give a fuck about that.
We don't write singles, and never try to write a radio single. It's just when you get it done and you hear the song, you're like, that one could be something. Hopefully, it connects with people.
Yeah.
I know I enjoy listening to it, writing it, and it's what I'm most excited about.
What would you say? I mean, you don't have to tell me how an AB show is, because I'm a huge fan. But for people who heard about you, who know, okay, there is something about Creed in it, and there's something about Slash in it, and you do it together, and then it's Alter Bridge, even if it was before Slash. But how would you describe an Alter Bridge show to people who haven't seen you now?
It's an emotional show, you know, and I think there's a lot of emotional roller coaster. People the fans are very committed. They're very, when they come, it's like you know, it's just not sex, drugs, and rock and roll, an Alter Bridge show. Hopefully it's an experience for people, and it gets deep. You know, it gets energetic and fun, and we have some fun, but it's also a very meaningful thing for us every time we hit the stage.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Thank you.
It's like being all together, big family, and the lyrics are so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you.